Results in Georgia are rolling in. Joining us now is Trump's legal team member, Jordan Sekulow. Jordan, always good to see you. Thank you so much. Before we get into Georgia, your overall thoughts, what you're seeing in D.C., Roger Stone speaking, so much more, as all eyes are on Georgia right now.
Sure. So I think the key in Georgia for everybody watching Newsmax tonight and the special election coverage is same-day turnout numbers. And it won't be broken down early on by Republican or Democrat, but just how many people voted today. And if it's around, I'd say, 950,000 plus, I think Republicans are going to have a very, very good night. Because though the early vote is going to favor Democrats, especially the mail-in vote, it's much lower than the general election. Same-day voting is going to break much more towards Republicans in the 62 to 67% number usually. So, again, look for if the total turnout today, the people who voted on Election Day, is 950,000 plus. This should be a very good night for both Senate candidates, Republican Senate candidates. And that's, as someone who's worked in Georgia politics before, started my career in politics in Georgia, you look at those kind of numbers and you can learn a lot even before you know exactly how people voted. So watch for that number tonight instead of just some of these early trickling numbers that come in that may show someone up 10 or down 10.
Jordan, real quick, where do the Republicans get those numbers from in Georgia? 3 million have already done early voting here. Where do you find those numbers?
So you look at the numbers in the past, you look at the likely voters, the people who did vote in the last election cycle, and you look at, so you see, there are about 400,000 less mail-in ballots. You've also got less early voting. And early voting, as Dick Morris pointed out, in person, that breaks like 50-50. So that's not like so bad for Republicans. Where you get that, the rest of that number is today. And they are across the state. You've got, of course, the suburbs, which have started to move more to the left, but there's still a lot of Republican votes there. The northwest of Georgia, people make a big deal about. I've said this repeatedly. If Georgia conservatives want to win this race, they just have to show up and have voted today. And if we see that number hit around 950, I think that when you look at everything else, that is very good news for Senator Loeffler and for Senator Perdue.
It's a tall number. We'll find out if we see it tonight. Jordan Sekulow, thank you for joining us, sir. I hope you'll watch along with us here on Newsmax.
Thank you.